I think somebody just tried to kill me. There was a silence on the line. Langdon tried to calm himself. I also know where the next killing is going to be. The voice that came back was not the Camerlegno's. It was Commander Olivetti's. Mr. Langdon, do not speak another word. 87. Langdon's watch, now smeared with blood, read 9:41 p.m. as he ran across the courtyard of the Belvedere and approached the fountain outside the Swiss Guard Security Center. His hand had stopped bleeding and now felt worse than it looked. As he arrived, it seemed everyone convened at once: Olivetti, Rocher, the Camerlegno, Vittoria, and a handful of guards. Vittoria hurried toward him immediately. Robert, you're hurt. Before Langdon could answer, Olivetti was before him. Mr. Langdon, I'm relieved you're okay. I'm sorry about the crossed signals in the archives. Crossed signals? Langdon demanded. You knew damn well. It was my fault, Rocher said, stepping forward, sounding contrite. I had no idea you were in the archives. Portions of our white zones are cross-wired with that building. We were extending our search. I'm the one who killed Power. If I had known. Robert, Vittoria said, taking his wounded hand in hers and looking it over, the Pope was poisoned. The Illuminati killed him. Langdon heard the words, but they barely registered. He was saturated. All he could feel was the warmth of Vittoria's hands. The Camerlegno pulled a silk handkerchief from his cassock and handed it to Langdon so he could clean himself. The man said nothing. His green eyes seemed filled with a new fire. Robert, Vittoria pressed, you said you found where the next cardinal is going to be killed? Langdon felt flighty. I do, it's at the... No, Olivetti interrupted. Mr. Langdon, when I asked you not to speak another word on the walkie-talkie, it was for a reason. He turned to the handful of assembled Swiss guards. Excuse us, gentlemen. The soldiers disappeared into the security center. No indignity. Only compliance. Olivetti turned back to the remaining group. As much as it pains me to say this, the murder of our Pope is an act that could only have been accomplished with help from within these walls. For the good of all, We can trust no one, including our guards. He seemed to be suffering as he spoke the words. Rocher looked anxious. Inside collusion implies. Yes, Olivetti said. The integrity of your search is compromised. And yet it is a gamble we must take. Keep looking. Rocher looked like he was about to say something, thought better of it, and left. The Camerlegno inhaled deeply. He had not said a word yet, and Langdon sensed a new rigor in the man, as if a turning point had been reached. Commander? The Camerlegno's tone was impermeable. I am going to break conclave. Olivetti pursed his lips, looking dour. I advise against it. We still have 2 hours and 20 minutes. A heartbeat. Olivetti's tone was now challenging. What do you intend to do? Evacuate the Cardinals single-handedly? I intend to save this church with whatever power God has given me. How I proceed is no longer your concern. Olivetti straightened. Whatever you intend to do. He paused. I do not have the authority to restrain you. Particularly in light of my apparent failure as head of security. I ask only that you wait.